Hi guys, this is Chad, and we're back with my interview series on real estate development. So, I happen to be down in New Mexico for spring break, and what better opportunity than to carve out some time to sit down with you guys and feature a guest that I'm grateful for. He's obviously the man that's invested in me and molded me into the man I am today. So this is my dad, Randy Raven, and he happens to be a real estate developer here in southern New Mexico. So just wanted to take a minute and spend some time with him and learn a little bit more about Mesa Village. So welcome, Randy. Appreciate you being here.
Sure, Chad. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk on your program. It's exciting what you're trying to do, and so we're glad to be able to feature Mesa Village, southern New Mexico, here in Alamogordo. And so,
yeah. So let's do this. So why don't you just kind of give us a background, history of what got you into real estate development, and then we'll get into the specifics about Mesa Village.
Yeah. So as a business owner here in Alamogordo, always looking for opportunities, and a number of years back, we were able to be a part of a development around the golf course. We filled it up, and this piece of real estate came for sale in 2002. So we decided to go ahead and buy it and consider the possibilities for it.
So 2002 to 2017, it's quite a long period of time to hold a piece of property and to develop it out, but something we're definitely proud of. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about specifically what Mesa Village is all about, the master plan and the vision behind that?
Sure. So we wanted to have something unique. After building around the golf course some very nice houses, we wanted to put a subdivision together that we're starting to see around southern New Mexico, a master plan community that combined both the commercial and the residential. So we were able to find a land planner out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, to come over, visit with us. They were very successful in that area, and asked them to take a look at our property, and they came up with a design that we decided to move forward with.
So how many total acres are we talking about here?
So we've got 320 acres broke up into two parts, and a commercial area which represents about 70 acres. And then the balance of the 320 was at 140 or so that would be, or 240 acres of the residential, potentially 500 home sites.
Right, so quite a development. I guess one of the things that I think is important is to understand what are the key elements to make a development like this successful. So both from the financial side, what type of investment is required, and then what does the relationship look like with the municipality to make this happen?
So the investment on a master plan community is fairly substantial from the standpoint you're going to have to put in all the large infrastructure needs for the complete build out in your phase one. So the capital investment is going to be fairly substantial at that point. Some of the challenges obviously is dealing with the municipalities, the approval process. That's also very lengthy when you're first coming out of the ground. It makes it a lot easier when you have phasing after the initial 320 acres has been approved and you get the all the permits and applications filed. It makes the future phases fairly easy to facilitate.
So how much capital do you have tied up at this point to get this phase one out of the ground?
So in this particular unit right now, we've got about $6 million invested in what I'm going to call phase one, which represents the 70 acres of commercial. And then our first phase, 110 residential lots consisting of about 50 acres.
Okay, well great. So hopefully that gives you a scale of the capital investment, and then also understanding the time it's going to take to really see this thing come out of the ground. So why don't we do this? If you want, we can just jump in. We're going to do a razor tour today. So we have a razor over here. We're going to jump in and give you a ride. Hopefully we're going to go up to the front of the development, and then we're going to come back through, show you the commercial aspects, and then come back through the residential side. We'll be stopping occasionally so that we can have some good candid discussion, but we're going to keep it quick. Sound good?
All right, Chad, let's do it.
Okay, let's watch out for these cars real quick.
All right.
Okay, so let's do this real quick. We're going to talk about what's here in the commercial space, and then I'll show the buildings as we drive by. So can you tell us what we're going to be seeing here?
So Chad, in our commercial area, we were able to pull in 3 businesses. Pre-Check, a Houston, Texas-based company that is an internet-based medical investigation service. We've got the district office for the USDA Forest Service located here, about a 20,000 square foot building. We've got the Allen Theaters has built the Aviator 10. One of your success stories is you were able to put them under contract and get them to come in and build a $7 million facility. So one of your success stories, and so that worked out great. Next to them, under construction today, the voters in Alamogordo had agreed to spend $6 million to build a brand new bowling alley, or a family fun center as they call it. It's got bar, restaurant, arcade, laser tag, 24 lanes of bowling that's currently coming out of the ground. So we're going to see that as we pass through the commercial area today.
Yeah, that's exciting, and I think that's part of what's pulling this whole project together for you, is you have kind of a live, work, and have some fun environment. It's more of a lifestyle type neighborhood and community that you're developing out here. So I think it's critical that we have the movie theater here. We have now the fun center coming in, and then we're also going to be, you know, with the jobs that are created with Pre-Check and the Forest Service building. I mean, that's really starting to generate a lot of activity out here.
Yes, it is, and so you know, what we have left remaining is probably another 50 acres of real estate here, made up of about 6 lots that are perfectly suited for a diverse set of businesses. You know, we're looking for that anchor tenant to come in here, and so we're working on the land planning of that right now. But that is what our residential group is wanting, is to see some of those businesses spring up.
So what would be the next major tenant you're looking to bring in?
You know, really we need an anchor tenant. We've got several feelers out right now. You know, if we can get something on the retail sector, big box store would be preferred.
Like a Target, or
Yes.
what are you thinking?
Right, Target, any of those types of, maybe another Walmart grocery store. You know, the neighborhood grocery store would be nice as well. We have sold at least another lot in the subdivision, commercial, up close to the relief route, 1.5 acres to a convenience store, and they're looking for a partner to put in a fast food with them. So there's an opportunity already in place here of a very successful fuel dispensary that is looking to partner.
Well, great. Looks like there's some good activity here, so let's go look at it.
All right, let's meet.
So here we're at our community park in the residential aspect of the development. So tell me a little bit more about the master plan design in the residential piece.
So what we planned for is to make sure we had a lot that would fit most every need in a high density subdivision. So we've got smaller lots that are down to 45-50 feet in width to 90-foot wide lots that are 160 foot deep. So we've got quite an assortment of developed lots available. First phase had 110 lots in it. We're down now to 42 lots available. We're fixing to kick off our phase 2, which would be another 51 lots that are 80 foot wide, 120 foot deep lots. So we're kind of excited about getting that phase moving forward.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot more activity. What's driving the activity here recently?
So Alamogordo is a military community. Our economy is driven by what the Air Force in particular, but we do have Army here, is doing with their missions. It's basically the history of Alamogordo. And currently we've been selected to receive 2 more squadrons of F-16s coming in from around the country. About another 850 new jobs are being created at Holloman, and so there's finally a flurry of activity as it relates to our home builders.
And so do you have, do you allow just anyone to come out here and build, or do you have specific builders that are building out here currently?
Oh, and that's a good question. We allow individuals and builders both to come in here and build. One of the things that we were very careful of when we were planning this development was to ensure everybody's investment was protected. So we have created a set of design standards and restrictive covenants that give clear definition as to what type of house can be built out here. So we have flexibility there as to how you may want to have your new home built.
Okay, well, good. So if you're interested, I think there's some lots still available in the first phase.
Sure.
But there definitely is going to be some coming in the second phase. So
yeah.
Keep looking out for that. I know there's a lot of families in this area, and that was kind of the design and the intent behind creating the subdivision, as I understood it, right?
Mm-hmm. And one of the things we were real careful of is that we wanted to make sure this wasn't a subdivision that felt too confining. So with the 320 acres, it's allowed us some open space. So the subdivision master plan was designed about having open space, parks, plenty of places so that families can get out, exercise, move around the property safely.
Walking paths.
You
know, a lot of the landscape is conducive to doing that. So,
right.
Yeah, well, and it's working, I think.
Right, exactly. And we're sitting right here at our latest project. We've just completed the construction of this playground and park area. It's got picnic tables. It's all covered, so families can come out, enjoy this recreation spot, and let the kids run wild for a bit safely.
Well, great. Well, so let's go check out your phase 2 where it's going to be developed.
Okay.
Okay, let's jump out here and we'll look at where the future of Mesa Village is going here. So maybe just kind of tell us what your plan is with phase 2 here.
So Chad, phase 2 is going to consist, as I said earlier, of 51 lots, and So we're in the process. It's been accepted by the city of Alamogordo, and we're in the process of taking bids now and go ahead and move forward with the construction of it. So it's going to move up to the north and east and fill in right up next to our phase 1 of the residentials.
Okay, well, so let's conclude here. What does your long-term vision of this project look like? What would be your goal over the next 5 to 10 years here?
You know, continue the development. Hopefully we can make this a permanent home to many new and existing residents of the area. So we want to continue to build it out, and with the success that we've seen here in the recent couple of years or two.
Well, you know, I'm definitely proud of this. This is truly our home. Our entire family lives here, and we are definitely invested in the success of this project as well as in, I think, Alamogordo. So any final thoughts? I guess where can they reach out to you at, and if they're interested in maybe getting involved or buying a lot or building out here?
Sure. And one of the things, Chad, I want to share with your viewing audience, you know, about, and I know you're interested in how you proceed with developments like this, some of the challenges that we've had. We can talk a minute about that if time allows.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You know, one of the problems that we've had, we purchased this property in 2002, and here we sit in 2017, and so we're finally just getting our legs underneath of us. You know, that's a product of a military town, and the movement of missions, and Alamogordo basically is built on that since the 40s, and then we had an extra event occur across the country here, is this Great Recession, 2008, 2009, just about the time we were moving forward with the project. And so one of the lessons or messages to any developers that are trying to get into this, Chad, is making sure that you have staying power. You know, we're 10 years into that great recession that we had, and we're just now, last year or two, finally getting our legs back underneath of us on this development. So with any kind of residential development, especially in our area where we don't have a big growth area, you know, it's more flat, is you've got to make sure you've got the staying power to weather the storms. And if you can, developments like this can be very lucrative, but you've got to be willing to wait for it. So
yeah, so I guess structure yourself for the long run.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a quick in and out type game, and especially in a state like New Mexico where there isn't a lot of growth going on. You can do nice things and you can stick it out, but you've got to be invested for the long haul. So yeah, well, thank you. Where can they reach out to you at?
So we have a website, heritagegroupnewmexico.com, and so they can search that, or they can go to Alamogordo, pull up Mesa Village, and I'm sure there's going to be some articles on the internet about the different stories that we've had out here, news announcements and press releases, different things. So should be able to find us there. Randy Rabin on LinkedIn. And Chad, I know a lot of your viewers should have your contact information as well.
Yeah, so you can reach out to me, or you can find my dad, Randy. So thanks for giving us the ride in the Razor. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, that gives you a look at Mesa Village in Alamogordo, New Mexico.
All right,
so we'll
Chad.
see you next time.
Thanks.
You.
Okay.
Bye.